Then if you guys want to talk, we can't hear you. Yeah, go ahead and come up and then we'll just not use the one in the sun. How does that sound? And we'll be quick. Come on up, Johnny, and sit at the table. Do you guys want to sit at the table or do you just want to be spectators?
We're just here in the event
We just have, to be honest, our only question was if something came up about TNT Field.
Good.
We're
I'm
kind of
glad you're here.
on behalf of
Just,
that.
yeah, totally not a problem. Totally not a problem.
Are you guys gonna have any more games this year?
No, the season's over.
My question was, because it's reserved like 3 more times. So,
It shouldn't be. I can look in to find out, but I know Miranda can probably make sure of things. Just to, like, but I don't. Our season is over.
because what I'll do is I'll start mowing the infield.
That's kind of what we got.
We just wanna
have a better understanding of it all,
what we can
what
do.
we can do.
Keep it rolling.
Yeah.
Keep being able to be down there.
I love it. Okay, let me go ahead and call the meeting to order and we'll do roll call of who all's here. And so I'll start. Jeannie Cuthbertson, I'm the chair of the Parks Committee. And
Hello, I'm Kara Williams. I'm a city councilor and I'm just here as a bystander today. Maybe ask you some questions.
Troy Duncan.
Johnny Akers.
thank you, Johnny.
Ron Hockett.
Ron Hockett, thank you, Ron. And then we have
Chrissy and Steve Horning.
Chrissy and Steve Horning, thank you, here for TNT. Perfect. For Junior Dragons, I should say, Junior Dragons, about TNT. Perfect. It looks like we have somebody on line with us tonight too, so I'm gonna try to hurry and go through. It's been a while since we have had a Parks Committee meeting. We have a lot of things that we need to get working on and get rolling on because we haven't been doing a lot with parks with all the different transitions in the city and whatnot. Not that it hasn't been on our mind, but there've been some other things that were in the forefront. So we've been trying to focus on that. So what I wanted just on the agenda tonight was just to be able to go over the things that we do have that we have been working on this last year because we haven't been able to get together really and talk about them. And so we have them to look at, look over, and then reassess and see how things went for the year. So we had the fees and facility uses that we're going to be kind of going over and making sure we've got everything squared away for those. Those were done up, but I never saw them again. Ron, I don't know if you have the paperwork or you've ever seen them. And so those are some things that we need to look at, kind of see where we're at, what's what we think is working, what isn't working, and if we need to make any adjustments there. And then we had the TNT agreement with Monroe Junior Dragons that happened last year, and it was kind of a new one that we had squared away. And so we just want to make sure that that worked out real well. Thank you. We got in, Mark. I'm sorry. Oh, bless your heart for stopping. I appreciate you. Ron was here, so he had it all ready for us.
Do you need anything from me while I'm here?
I don't think so. I think we're good.
Perfect.
Thank
I got my
you.
phone if you need me.
Awesome. Thank you.
Have a good night.
You too. And so just kind of going over and looking at the things that we had from last year, or, you know, this past go round to make sure that we had things the way they needed to be. So since you guys are here, did you have any suggestions, problems, issues with?
I think our biggest thing in terms of and I'm not actually junior dragons, my wife is, but I'm
Okay.
a coach that does a lot of the work.
Uh-huh.
Is, just communicate, with you guys that we don't mind doing a lot of the maintenance, especially in season, we like
Okay,
doing a lot of the lawn mowing, hopefully that helps you. Anything that can take off your guys' plate, in season and provide resources elsewhere, we're happy to do it. Yeah,
And you guys, junior dragons, the coaches have been taking care of the lawn inside the chain link,
mhm.
and I took care of everything else.
Yep, yeah, we only mowed the outside one time, right,
It's appropriate
maybe two
districts.
times right before districts, but
Yeah.
even that's kind of on the table. We're open to doing that more often even.
Well, we're okay with doing that, our lawn mower.
I was gonna say, I think. you have
Yeah,
some
and that's
regulations.
like, yep,
And that's, of course, can't, at the last minute, you can't just get parts, so. So, but, as far as I'm concerned, you guys did great. I absolutely no issues at all.
right on.
The coaching staff, well, and everybody else that was involved, not just the coaches, but everybody, didn't have to worry about sunflower seeds coating the bathroom floors or any of that kind of stuff, or messes being made or left, and it seems like pass that word along to visitor people, because it is the first year I was here, that was like 3 years ago. Conservation. Last year, this year, it was great.
Cool.
Okay, good. That's what
So-
we wanna keep, maintaining that relationship and, it's-
We'd like the ball field to be something that's like a community thing where people show up and they're impressed with it, they like it. Like this year, we were able to host districts. We got word from Long Timber and Benny's and Long Branch that they were completely packed.
Yeah.
I mean, me and my son tried to,
silence, yeah.
tried to go to a couple of the restaurants after districts and we went home. And that's a good problem to have, because you see all the other teams' colors and that's good, that's revenue for everybody, so.
Absolutely.
They feel good about going down there, so that's kind of our goals and we wanna, and we'll continue to do work there even into the fall. I have it on my agenda to do some work down there this fall, so, yeah, that's a major thing, what we wanna do. We have our oldest is only got 2 more years there, but our youngest is gonna have 6 more. Hopefully the next generation of parents keep that up.
Yeah, if you guys ever want to get a hold of me for anything, I'll give you that. I've got a different business card that I use, but it's got my cell phone number.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, no, we've appreciated it, and hopefully, as far as, people who haven't been directly involved in Junior Dragons, that you guys liked seeing, the kids around town. We had all 3 of our baseball teams go to districts this year, so it was fun to see, and, yeah.
that's
If there's
awesome.
anything we can do, please let us know, because we want to maintain that and go forward.
Awesome. I love it. And then just the only other thing, because I just want to cover it now. So if you guys decide you want to go, you can and not be
Oh,
stuck
okay.
here. But it's just to make sure that when you're doing any of the volunteer work, that you're making sure that whoever's doing it is signing the hold harmless. We do have volunteer forms for when people come in to volunteer to make sure that those are signed and on file at the city. So.
Oh, okay.
So if you're gonna do work or there's somebody new comes on and says, hey, I'll help, and you're like, oh, perfect, that, just make sure that they fill the hold harmless form out.
And I do have.
So.
some extras.
Oh,
Okay,
awesome.
okay.
So
Yeah.
that way.
Oh, somebody shows up, they want help, okay, that's perfect, yeah, because I imagine there'll be a little bit of work this fall. Yeah, I have a guy that I pay to go mow lawn down there
Yeah.
sometimes, yeah, yep, so. Cool.
And was
Perfect.
there any issues with, because I know we said that there was the contract that you guys did.
As far as I know, there weren't, did you guys have any problems
I
with
don't
it?
believe so. I think we
Okay.
set up our insurance is one of the main things that was required.
Mhm.
We did that, so as
Okay.
long as everybody was happy, and I didn't know if we had to do something different this year, or if we're just kind of, if that was just, I don't know what the terms were, so.
Okay, I think as far as I know, it was fine. I just like to do a follow-up at the end to make sure that we don't have anything and we're not scrambling at the beginning of next season, trying to decide what we're doing.
Yeah.
I'm an event planner by trade. I like to have my ducks in a row, so we're not panicking at the last moment, because there's always enough to panic about, so.
Right. No, I get that. Yeah.
Awesome.
Move pretty quickly from season to season. so.
Yeah, it's amazing how fast it comes around again.
Yeah.
So, awesome, perfect. And then as far as back with just parks and our regular thing, I'm gonna see if they can, get something down that shows all our fees and stuff. There should be something online.
The
But I haven't
schedule is
looked it up.
there. Is it, well, it will
Is
be
it-
up there.
Yeah,
It should be on that.
yeah. So we just need to look and make sure that it is, and
Okay.
then just look it over, like I said, just to make sure that everything translated. I want to make sure that all the information we had before and what we decided before gets translated and put, and we've followed up on it so that we don't get caught in a situation where our information didn't get handled properly, if that makes any sense. Just to follow up, just to polish up, make sure it's all good. And Mr. Akers, thank you so much for the paint job. It looks amazing down there. Thank you so
Yes,
much.
Thank you
Thank you
again,
so
guys.
much.
We genuinely
Uh-huh.
appreciate the
We'll see you
relationship
soon.
with the city council and the park.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you for
Appreciate it.
coming. Appreciate you. The paint, it looks amazing. Thank you.
All the picnic tables, yeah,
Yep. Yep.
that one over at the park
Uh-huh.
was the worst one.
I bet.
Oh.
Took me a month.
Oh,
It is a lot of work.
It's that- it's that one that's 40 foot long,
Yeah.
yes, yes.
to, 26, 29 inches wide.
Yeah.
40
That's a big one.
He fixes it so nice.
Ah, thank you.
All of them except that one. I took everything apart, sanded both sides,
Oh, nice.
edges, put 3 coats of
Nice.
clear polyurethane
Yeah,
star varnish on the
yeah,
tops and bottoms.
nice.
So if the tops get bad, we can turn them over.
That's perfect. I love it. That's
Yeah,
great.
now do we have a problem with kids and stuff? Just,
Yeah.
yeah.
So I chase them off and I actually wash it once a week.
Nice.
Nice.
And so what I do is I spray it off. I use a Dawn
Mhm.
dishwashing liquid and scrub it off, rinse it, and then I take the leaf blower and I dry it. That way, by the time I get from one end to the other end I started on, it's dry.
Yeah, I can,
Very
So-
nice.
And that way, we don't have water sitting on it.
yeah.
Right on.
Because you-
Good job.
He fixed all the cracks and all that
Yeah.
stuff.
It's a
Nice.
beautiful-
That was part of it, part of doing it, especially that big one.
Yeah.
It had a knot on one end and some of it was as much as 1.5 inches wide. The
Oh,
Wow.
crack in it. So, but I filled everything and
Nice.
then sanded it.
thank
And I
you.
used 5 different sanding discs.
To get it nice. Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
I started with 60
job.
grit, 80, 100, 150, 220.
It's a labor of
That's
love, but it,
professional.
yes,
Thank you.
They're pretty slick on.
Oh, it's beautiful.
it is beautiful, yeah.
My
I had-
dad actually didn't cut that one, but he cut the ones at Avery Park.
Oh,
And the ones up at McBee, you know, the big
Uh-huh.
tables, because they're 80 feet.
yeah.
Some of them are 80 feet long, and not all, but yeah, so he's the one that felt the timber to cut that in the 60s. Now, I think this one was in 80
Oh,
or something, so he was
Wow.
retired.
Yeah.
oh, that's lovely, lovely story.
Also, I just wanted to say that I took liberty, Johnny called me and asked me about colors for painting the metal. And so the tables that are down below are all silver, and then the one up above has got black on the base. And so I said, let's keep it the way it is this year, just because design wise, somebody designed that table, so I don't want to mess with their design. And then when we reconvene for parks, we'll talk about it. I feel like I don't want to make it more work for you. We can go with all one color
It's all
or,
done. The bases are all black on the big table,
uh-huh,
and it's all semi-gloss black.
uh-huh,
And all of the small tables, the three up here and the 2 or 3 down at the other place,
Mhm.
all of the aluminum is
Mhm.
all silver.
right.
And then the back bicycle rack here and I don't know what the thing was out there, but anyway, those are painted silver to match everything in here.
Okay.
And down at the small park, there was 2 grills,
Mhm.
and I cleaned those
Wow.
and sanded them and put high tints black gloss paint
Nice.
on it and made everything look fresh.
Johnny, thank you so much.
That's
That is a
help.
huge labor.
Yes, it is.
That is a huge labor.
Well, I didn't have anything else to do. so-
I'm sure you did. I
Busy.
know.
I don't know if you guys know or not, but we have Lane County and sometimes Benton County canine come
Mhm.
and train out there along that slough,
Mhm.
you know? And they've all came up to me saying how nice everything looks.
Oh,
And
nice.
nobody's ever said anything about it.
But I've had several people while I was working on it, had several people just stop by when I was working on the big one.
Yeah.
And then there, a couple of people mentioned these small ones that's out here. Some family that lives back here said that they really look nice.
Aw.
That's so awesome.
Good.
I enjoyed doing it, so.
Well, we thank you. That is
No
just wonderful,
Absolutely.
wonderful. Okay, Ron, do you have anything that you can think of that's pressing that might not be on the agenda tonight?
No. It's,
Okay.
I just came pretty much prepared for the, the Junior Dragons.
Okay,
And I just wanted, like I said, it started out being, iffy,
uh-huh,
the way things were upkeep and stuff. And then, this year it's,
been good,
yeah, I mean,
nice.
everybody, Miranda especially during the playoff games.
Hmm.
She was there the whole time. I was there the whole time too.
Uh-huh,
But when you've got that many people,
Mhm.
I mean, there were probably 600 or 700 people there
Mhm.
at one time. Because they were just going, one
Right.
after another, it just, the last person would walk out that chain link fence and the other teams were already.
Coming in.
walking on, just to keep everything rolling. And, but yeah, everything was really, really good.
thank you.
It's
Wonderful to
last
hear.
week.
That's
That
awesome.
is very, very awesome to hear. It's
Mhm.
really good. It's nice to hear that people are able to work on that and deal with things.
And then it's progressively gotten better year over year over
Yes.
year, which is a good sign. So
Right.
Good.
That is
Hopefully
encouraging.
continue in that progression moving
Yeah.
forward.
I think that when they have the big tournaments,
Mhm.
that they will have to rent the porta potties.
Mhm.
Just
Two.
because there's only 2.
Yeah.
right?
Right.
And they had 2 porta potties, so that pretty much kept the lines at least manageable.
Yeah.
They were still lined up out the door,
Yeah.
but still, it's a lot better.
It was, they were big crowds there for several weeks. Yeah.
That's awesome. Okay, I'm going to move on to our next thing then that is really pressing and it's a big deal. And that's our Parks Master Plan. And that's something that's been need to be updated for quite some time. And we've kind of started and stopped several times on it. And it just needs to be updated. I did chat with Michelle Eldridge about it a little bit because I got some conflicting information about how we needed it update it and what was going to work. And I feel a lot more confident now as we're moving forward that we can take care of it and it's not going to be a huge, big issue. So with the Parks Master Plan, a lot of the work has already been done that needs to be done for it. It's just compiling it. And Kara has been so awesome. She offered to dive in and look at it and see how she can help us because she works with things like this quite often. And so she has quite a bit of expertise on it. And so I just want to open up the dialogue with that and see if I can help answer any questions or what we can do to kind of move forward on that or how we can take chunks or.
Certainly. Well, perhaps we'll give a little bit of a background of why the master plan is important. Oftentimes people think you have these very elaborate plans written and they tend to sit on a shelf and nobody ever looks at them, but they really are helpful in a bigger picture sort of sense. So it helps kind of direct the city and the community about what we feel is important as a city by not only, your local representation government wise, but the community at large. We've had several town halls and we've had the opportunity to work with a University of Oregon student who did a lot of that work with our community back in about 2023 timeframe. And he has all of this information here. And to Jeannie's point, now we have to compile it into a plan that's cohesive and will then be funneled up into our master plan for the city. And that's how we go about kind of getting funding and grants and monies that the city can use for important projects. And so that's why it is important to start with these and then have them all funnel up to our master plan, kind of high level overview of why it's important. I just have a couple of questions and really researching this out. I was able to find Chris's information, so that's good. I was able to find some editable files because I'm not rewriting all of this stuff out. Yes, but I'm interested in a better understanding the parks that we currently have in our system. So I can tell you what I think we have, and then maybe you guys can tell me if I'm correct. How about that? So do we have the main city park, which is the baseball field, basically that area there. And we have Reservoir Park.
Yes.
And then the toddler park here.
Yes.
And then the Red Hills Green Space.
Yes.
And then the dog park. And then I know we have a new one, but I don't know the name of that one. Is that Gateway Park?
I think that's what they ended up calling it, but that's where we'd have to go back and look. And then also, I don't have the specs for what that is, and we will need that information.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I cannot remember if we actually named it or somebody just threw something out. And if
Okay.
we need to do that, I'm not sure how all that goes, but that's one that's
Okay.
going to need the most work
Okay.
because we'll have to spec out what we needed. And then I have.
That's the trail basically over there by where
Yes,
the
so
sign is.
it goes north from the library and it's a long, narrow strip and it goes up almost to the cemetery, I believe.
Okay.
And I'm not sure how close, if it goes to the road up there or if there's a spot in front of that that's not part of it, but it's quite long. And then we also, I probably have it in my notes, I'll have to look, but we came up with a gajillion ideas of things we want to do with that.
Okay.
And so there's somewhere there's at least a list of things that we could say
This is what we want to
thoughts
do.
or whatever to include in this park are this, and this is kind of how we wanted to move forward.
Okay.
In the master plans, it's very important to have listed what you want to do, because if you go for a grant, then the information in your master plan is what you can use to use the money. If it's not in your master plan, you can't do it. So that's why it's good to have the master plan and have these ideas of what you want to do in your community, so that when you go for the grants, there's something listed out that shows that we did really plan this. We're not just pulling something out of a hat. And so that's why it's nice to have all the ideas written down that have been thought of for those spaces. So then when we do go for a grant, then we can nail something down and work on that, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, it's very, and the plan is dated, I'm not gonna lie.
Yes, it's very
And so
dated.
it's kind of difficult. I'll have to merge kind of where we are or where we were in 2023, kind of more current to what is in the 2009 or 2011 plan. So
Right.
that's a little bit of an undertaking.
Also, just so you know, where we have our percentages, we have to have certain percentages of park space in the city. And so that new park is really going to help us. That's one reason why it's very important.
Let's
Yeah,
check it out.
because we had on there the school grounds,
Yeah.
and that is not,
We can't
We
use
are-
that anymore. So
we
all
cannot.
references to the school, either
Yes.
elementary school or high
Yes.
school, have to be removed.
Yes.
Okay,
yeah. And
And-
so those are not usable
okay,
for the park space.
okay.
So, but I don't want you to feel like you have to do the whole thing alone. If you want to chunk some out
Okay.
as a committee, we can work on it as well.
Okay.
It's not, it wasn't to throw it all in your lap. It was
Well, let
a,
me see what I
save
can
us.
do because I will, I think I'll take a stab at it and then I'll probably sit with you
Mhm.
and you can say this would be good to chunk out at this type of
Right.
committee. And then we can move forward from there because it's a little bigger than I thought. I'm not
Right.
gonna lie. So
yeah,
but it is actively being worked on. I have some really great ideas. I put stuff on paper already, but I'm not ready to share it.
right.
So-
No, I get that. Yeah, it'll take some time, but before we were going to chunk it up piece by piece and try to do it that way. So, and just kind of update as we go.
Okay,
So, that's kind of the plan for now.
okay. That's
And-
the status update and I think
love
for-
it.
For now, I think those are all of the parks that should be represented in this parks plan.
Perfect.
correct?
Yes.
Okay.
As far as I know.
Okay.
Does anybody know of any other? There is some park space and I don't know if they're still going to call it Reservoir Park or some space that the city has and it's across from Reservoir
Yeah.
Park, but they've never mowed it or undone it. And it's a beautiful space.
I don't know where
So-
it's, I mean, I walk up there all the time. I could,
It's on the south side of where the original water towers. were.
Mhm.
Mm.
It's in that area right
Mhm.
there.
okay.
And I've been back in there.
Yeah.
and That looks really, really nice.
It's,
Oh, it's a shame we can't do something with that.
I think we could, I think that's why I've been pushing really hard and now I think that we're going to have more latitude with it, but to have the volunteers be able to do things, because there are a lot of people in our community. I'm huge for having more people involved.
Hmm.
And so I feel that more hands make lighter work. And if people have some skin in the game, they'll take some ownership of things. And with all the graffiti and the problems with the tables and the stuff that we've had, that if we can get more of our community involved, they're going to take more of a stewardship of what we've got and kind of keep an eye on things. And I think it would really help the community. This is just my opinion, but I feel like having more volunteers and people that want to help to be able to get involved is great
Yeah.
because I think there's a huge disconnect between the city and the citizens.
Mm.
And if we can start allowing the citizens to be more hands-on with things in the city, that we're going to start seeing less of a divide and more communication and
Yeah,
more
I-
people taking pride and ownership of what we have as a city and not just feel like the city needs to do this. Why doesn't the city do that? There's been a lot of comments, especially on social media about the city hasn't done this, the city, why don't they do this? And I've seen people fire back and say, well, you've got a mower, you could volunteer. And people don't, but it is true. They could. So I think if we could make that a little more accessible to people, we might actually get some buy-in.
I agree.
I know,
agree.
especially in the Red Hills area, when I tried to have a town hall there a couple years ago and it kind of didn't go the way I had hoped it would go. But we had one that people wanted to be involved and wanted to do things in the parks there.
Mhm.
And it kind of got shut down because they were focusing on other things. But I think that that would be amazing.
Yeah, I know a couple of my neighbors. I live in that development who
Mhm.
would be very willing. They would like to volunteer, but they can't fully commit to being on a committee or
Exactly.
serving in a different capacity. But they are very passionate about
Yeah, and if,
parks and growing and
and if
nature.
they have somewhere that they can
Yeah,
come and say, hey, we
yeah.
have this idea and we'd like to do that. And then we can say, sure, what do you want to do? And they can show us and we can go, okay, that works, except maybe not this, but this
Great
definitely.
idea.
I think people would love that. There is going to be an opportunity coming up. We really want to be able to spruce up by our signs and things of that nature around the town. And we talked about sustainability and the plants that would grow here and whatnot. And I think that the easiest way to handle that for people to get buy-in, same thing, is to just say, this is the design that we're kind of going to do. These are the plants we're looking for. If you have some and you want to share them, or you want to donate, or we do have a couple gift certificates as well that we could
Yeah.
use and make our dollars stretch. But, you know, if somebody goes, those are my black-eyed Susans from my, you know, they're going to be really excited about it, right?
Absolutely.
And they're going to feel like they're more a part of what's going on.
Yeah, but the concern with that is, you know, some of those plants require a tremendous amount of water and upkeep and.
Well, that's why I'm saying we need to give a list
Okay.
of what's going to work for that.
Okay.
Because no, we can't be watering. We've got to use things that are sustainable.
Yeah,
It-
yeah.
it's
Or
a
more
no-brainer to do that.
Natural flora and fauna that would, you know, after a couple of years would be pretty
Right.
good on their own to thrive.
Yeah, and perennials and
Yeah.
things that are going to be, and not invasive. And so that's why I'm saying we need to have a list so that we make sure that we're using the right things.
Okay.
And not just leave it open to whatever, because that could be, I'm cleaning up one of those projects right now and.
A few years
it
down the
can
road,
be a
there'll be a
nightmare.
lot of cleanup for some.
Right,
some
and
people.
we don't have irrigation. We can't afford to do the
Yeah.
irrigation. That is a city, so that's not sustainable.
Yeah, but there
um,
are other options for
yeah.
us, definitely. I like that idea.
There's tons of stuff you can't kill and won't be invasive. So it's just a matter of, you know, doing the homework and making sure that we know what we're gonna use.
Perfect. Thank you.
So that's kind of that. Does anybody have anything else? I like to kind of keep it quick if we can. People have lives.
Well,
I got a thing.
as far as the park, the new park that's going north,
Yes,
do you know the house that they got moved from Flona?
Mhm.
Okay, that, I think that's where it ends.
Okay.
I kind of know the people that own that,
mhm,
not real close with them, right? But at least I know who they are, I
Mm-hmm.
know where they live. They still live in Florida. But anyway, I think it's just on the south side of their property,
okay,
you know.
perfect.
Because,
I was thinking there was a chunk there that it didn't go quite to the road and that there was a chunk there that somebody else owned, but I wasn't sure.
but I'll check with Mark and just see if he's got, if it's on any of the plans.
Yeah, it's not on this one.
No, it's not. And that's because we acquired it later, but there should be something right around the time that we acquired it that gives us all the specifications for it and whatnot from the county and.
Yeah, I may just have a placeholder and do some basic description, but
Yeah.
then we can come together and fill
Right.
that section out a little bit more. robust
Exactly.
at
Yeah, and
a
I'll,
later
I'll
time.
work on getting that. And I'm so glad you ended up with that information. I was going to meet with TJ today and get that. And then I ended up working all day, so I didn't
Don
make
was
it.
very
So-
helpful.
Oh, that's
Yeah, I
awesome.
went- Yeah. she-
Yeah. He says, oh
That,
no, I
that
saw it.
part-
There's a
hello?
file. I'm
Hello?
like, yes.
Hello?
I just don't want to
I knew
like
there was a file.
overwhelm him.
I
It's a
know,
lot.
I know. He's been so great. And yeah, it's been a
Hello?
lot.
TJ is our
everybody,
new
so.
city administrator, for those of you who don't know,
Hello?
and he's jumped into the frying pan, let's just say.
Hello?
Vigor. He's just been great. He's just,
Is this
he's been
working?
really great. He's got a lot of enthusiasm, so I'm super thankful.
I hope in
Is this
another
working?
month he still feels that way.
I hope
Is
so,
this
too. That'd be
working?
Great.
Yeah.
So,
All right, well, thank
Hello?
you.
all right. Anything else anybody else
Hello?
has? Then?
Hello?
All righty. Anybody online have anything else? Oh, I'm sorry, Tim. did
Yeah,
you
hi there.
say? And I didn't.
Can folks hear me?
Okay.
I do have one
I
really
think
quick
so.
question.
Yeah.
We walk the main park all the time with our dogs all around. And I've just noticed that the blackberry bushes are all gone, which is a good thing, but it was just shocking. Was that a public works decision or was that a
Yeah,
parks?
they're trying to get more visibility to those bodies of water.
Mhm.
so-
And they did. It looks beautiful.
And for people that want to pick blackberries, there's an area that's closer. Do you know where the ditch is that goes all the way across the in front of the ponds, the ponds for, sewage treatment,
Mhm.
well, there's a ditch that goes across. there.
Okay.
And, from about where the ball field comes real close to the, those sloughs. From there on, there's quite a few blackberries. I went by there, because I mowed today, and I went by.
Okay, okay. Yeah, I just even noticed on the riverside, they're all whacked down. Was that a city thing or was that? Because that's city property up until
Right.
the dam, right? Oh, wow,
Yeah.
that was a lot of work.
Yeah.
It was a lot of work.
He's got a new toy.
Oh, I see. Well, I might have,
You can back his tractor right to it, and it just eats that stuff.
Oh,
it's kind of satisfying because blackberries are very invasive.
Yeah. I have a toy too, but mine makes my back hurt and it eats them, but oh, yeah. Can only do a little bit at a time. They're awful.
buggers. They're buggers. I tell you, they are. I enjoy the fruit. I'm not gonna lie, but yes, they are.
Is this working?
For
I
sure.
have,
Hello?
berries on my place down there. And they go across the sidewalk and when they get to a certain point, I take hedge trimmers.
Yep.
And cut them back even with the sidewalk. And I checking it yesterday and I gotta do it again.
Yeah,
So
and
this weekend I'm gonna
they
be
grow.
out there.
They do. It's amazing. I mean, it really is amazing.
But I have a bumper crop of blackberries this year.
We'll pick those first. and then-
Yeah.
And then come back.
I picked, last year I picked 7 gallon
Ah,
of blackberries
nice.
Right on.
and froze them.
Nice.
So this year I'm not picking many.
He's got a freezer full.
Right on.
There's a.
Hello, is
I
this
have
working?
on, mile marker 95, it's called Highway 95 Berry Farm.
Oh,
Mhm.
mhm.
Last year he had boysenberries and raspberries.
Yeah.
This year he's taken everything out.
I saw that. I wonder why.
Wow.
I don't know.
It's so
unless he got sick.
sad. Oh, it was a
Elderly gentleman anyway, so.
yeah. And he had the little stand when they were in season. That was, yeah. I saw that. It really is heartbreaking because it was quite lovely.
I think I
Is
got
this working?
the last raspberries that he had.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
Hello, is this
That's
working?
awesome. All righty. Well, I will turn everybody loose then if we're good. And we're gonna we'll have another meeting. Well, I'll try to have a monthly from here on out till we can get the parks plan done. And start getting things kind of moving in a direction. Sound great? Awesome. Thank you all for your time. I appreciate you. We're gonna adjourn.
And thank you for
Doing all that work.
refinishing that work. Those are kind of the crown jewel for us, that big table at the city park. So thank you for
Yeah,
that.
I've had, while I was doing that, I had several people stop by and the guy that's in charge of baseball field, he really liked it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I enjoyed doing it because I didn't have anything else to do.
That's
so.
nice.
They're
beautiful.
3 coats of spar varnish.
Yeah.
Nice. So hopefully it'll last a little while.
And then,